Alright, yo. So, welcome back to the second installment, our second episode of the Athlete Mindset podcast. Today, as you guys remember from the last episode, we kind of touched a little bit on visualization and what visualization means to me and the steps you could take to enhance performance. Now, today we're going to look at the topic today is going to be about how to overcome adversities as an athlete, right? And let's use me as an example. 2011, I faced one of my biggest challenges that I've ever faced as a track athlete. At the time I was a freshman in university, made my first NCAA team, and then got hurt, right? And this was the year before the 2012 Olympic Games, right? So what I'm trying to say to you guys is, in that time, in 2011, I was struggling with my mental health, as in I was not confident in myself. I didn't believe in the training I was doing. I didn't think I would be able to overcome my injury and come back a better athlete. And today I'm going to share with you guys the little things that I try to do to focus on, the little things that I did to help me to overcome my injuries and became a better athlete. So one of the biggest things that's going to make or break you as an athlete is the story that you're telling yourself and your self-belief, right? So if you're somebody who's very hard on yourself, then it's going to be extremely tough for you to overcome anything that you go through as an athlete. And you have to remember that the sport that you're in, track and field, sprinting, right? There's always a risk of injury. That's what comes with the sport. So your goal as an athlete is to try to focus on the things every day that's going to help you to not get hurt. Or if you're hurt, you want to focus on the thing that's going to help you. So this is what I did. When I was hurt, I used to sit and watch the competition, right? I used to look at what everybody is running. I used to go and watch the stats. I used to watch my training partners in training running, and I'm not able to run. And that kind of helped. That doesn't help. That kind of helped to like enhance my frustration. So when I learned how to focus on myself and take it one day at a time, right? Each day when I wake up, the small steps that I do help me. Each day when I wake up, I try to focus on, okay, what do I need to do today to help me to become a better athlete tomorrow, right? And it all starts with your actions on a daily basis. So the point I'm trying to make is, in 2011, I hurt my hamstring. I had a complete tear, as in I had a pulled hamstring. Where glute meets hamstring, a complete tear there. I wasn't able to run for 6 months. And in that 6 months, I had to refine the love for the sport, right? I had to understand why I'm doing this. I'm on a scholarship, or I'm trying to become the best athlete that I could be. And okay, what are the steps to get me back to where I need to be? Instead of focusing on just, okay, what everybody is running, when is the next track meet, am I going to be able to run at the next track meet, oh my God, the season is passing me by. You have to focus on the small steps, like listening to your coach, listening to your therapist. You also have to take things into your own hands. You have to make sure that you're stretching, make sure that you're doing strength training, strength exercises to build up wherever your injury is, right? And that is the first part of it. The first big thing is going to be an injury, overcoming an injury. What I had to do was take it slow and take it day by day, and that kind of helped me to get back to where I need to be. Now let's look at the next big thing here. The next big thing here is going to be competition failure, right? Like, you set a bar for yourself, you prepare, you do all the necessary work, and then you go to a track meet and you don't execute. You don't get the time you want, right? What do you do in that moment? Are you somebody who is very hard on yourself? I'm not saying you can't be frustrated, right? But remember, when you get on the line, there's 8 lanes and you only get 1 shot. There's only 3 medals, right? There's only 3 medals. So it's whosoever is the best on that day that's gonna snag one of those medals, right? So think about it. If you are real with yourself, did you do everything that you could do? Right? This is how you overcome adversity. You be very real with yourself. Did you go to bed? Were you hydrated? Were you following your race plan? Right? Things like that. Did you eat properly before your track meet? Or did you eat too close to the meet? What happened, right? There's always some type of data there to tell you whether or not you did all the right things to help you. And the biggest thing to overcome adversity is going to be, what type of story are you telling yourself, or can you be very patient with yourself, right? So this is going to be the second installment of the Lifestyle Athletics podcast, or the Athlete Mindset podcast. I don't know where we're going yet. I'm going to try to make full-length videos where I'm talking for up to 25 minutes. I don't want to go any longer than that. I think if we go longer than that, we're going to have somebody else on. But yeah, overcoming adversity is what's going to separate you from a mediocre athlete to somebody who can take the good with the bad and become a better athlete. So for this season, try this. Go into every track meet prepared. Don't leave anything to chance, right? Sure, the weather may not be fine, the meet may not be running on schedule. Those are things that you cannot control. So those things, don't take those things to heart. Control what you can control, like your sleep, your nutrition, and your recovery. These are things that you can control. And also training. Make sure you're pushing yourself in training. Make sure you're hitting times. Don't be somebody who you go to a track meet and you don't know where you're at, right? Be very aware of where you're at. When you're in training, make sure that you're listening to what the coach is saying. Make sure that you're hearing the times that you're running, so you have an idea of where you're at, so you're not going to a track meet being blindsided. And those are the things that's going to help you to overcome adversity. It's not rocket science, guys. It's very simple. Track and field, sprinting it's pretty much what you give is what you get, right? It's not like other sports where you're depending on somebody else. Everything is on you. The onus is on you. Everything is on you. So be light on yourself. Make sure you're telling yourself a good story. And it's Rockstar Kato here. We're here at Lifestyle Athletics, and we out.
And running back. I want all the noise on the track, running laps. Yeah, like I'm Rod Troy. I'm living fast, switching lanes.